Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Good morning, students. Today we will learn chapter number 5, Subhashit Vaibhavah. Subhashit means Su means good, Bhashitah means say. Vaibhavah means richness or glory. And meaning of title is glory of or richness of Subhashit or good sayings. Students, in Sanskrit literature, many types of literature we get. The longest poetic work is known as Mahakavya and the smallest poetic work is known as Muktaka. Just a single pearl is valuable. So, two are these small Muktakas. These Muktakas are saying or epigrams. This well-known and melodious form of Sanskrit literature. From these epigrams, we get the moral of ideal life and goodness. Such epigrams have been collected in this lesson. Dear students, first I will read rhythmic this sloka, then after I will do the translation. Listen. माधुर्यम् अक्षरव्यक्तिः पदच्छेदस्तु सुस्वरः धैर्यं लयं समर्थं च षड् एते पाठका गुणाः. See, in this slok, madhuryam means sweetness, akshara vyaktihi. Akshara means letter, vyaktihi means pronunciation. It means clear pronunciation of the letters. Then padacchedah means isolation of words. Suswaraha means beautiful voice. Dhairyam means penance or courage. Laya samarthyam. Laya samarthyam means keeping with beat or rhythm. Pathakaha means readers and gunaha means qualities or virtues. See the students, to whom we called a great or good reader. Actually, according to our concept, who can read the lesson in any of the language, we can say this is the reader. But our poet is not agree with this statement. Our poet gives us good reader's quality. See the translation. Sweetness of the tone, clear pronunciation of the letters, isolation of the words, beautiful voice, courage and sense of rhythm. These are the 6 qualities of a good reader. If we have 6 qualities, then we consider ourselves as a good reader. Now slok number 2. Chalam vittam chalam chittam chale jivati yauvane chala chalamidam sarvam kirte revahi jivati. Now meaning of the sloka. Vittam means wealth or money. Chalam means fickle or not stable. Then jivati means lives. Yauvane means in the young age or young age. Chale means fickle and kirtihi means fame. Nothing permanent in this world, but our poet said that only one thing is permanent, and that is the fame. Wealth, youth, then life, these are not permanent in this world, but fame is only the permanent. Now see the translation. Wealth is fickle, mind is fickle, life and youth are unsteady. All these of stable and unstable, only the fame or reputation lives permanently or forever. Now slok number 3. मक्षिकाः वृणमिच्छन्ति धनम् इच्छन्ति पार्थिवाः नीचाः कलम् इच्छन्ति शान्तिम् इच्छन्ति साधवः. Now see the word meanings of this slok. Vranam means wound, Parthivaha means kings, Nichaha means bad person or wicked person, Sadhavaha means good people, Shantim means peace, and Ichanti means they wish. Now translation of this slok. Listen. Houseflies desire wound, kings desire wealth, the wicked person desire quarrel, and good people desire peace only. Now slok number 4. Gavo gandhen pashyanti vedaihi pashyanti brahmanaः चारैः पश्यन्ति राजानश्च शुभ्याम इतरे जनाः. Now see the word meaning. Gavah means cows, Gandhena means by smell, Pashyanti means they see, Itare janaha means common people, and Charaihi means with the help of spies. Now see the translation. Cows see or understand the things by smell, Brahmins see by their knowledge of Vedas, kings see through their spies, and common people see with their natural eyes. Now slok number 5. Daridraya dhanam deyam jnanam deyam jadaya cha pipasitaya paniyam kshuditaya cha bhojanam. Now see the meaning of this slok. Daridraya means to the poor, deyam means should be given, then jadaya means to the ignorant or fool person, pipasitaya to the thirsty person, and kshuditaya means to the hungry person. Now see the translation. Money should be given to the poor, knowledge should be given to the ignorant people, water should be given to the thirsty people, and food should be given to the hungry person. Now slok number 6. Lobhat krodhah prabhavati lobhat kamah prajayate lobhat mohascha lobha papasya karanam. Now word meaning of this sloka. Lobhat means from the greed, Prabhavati means originates or produce, Krodha kamaha means desire, Moha means temptation or attachment, Nashaha means destruction, and Papasya means of sin. Sin means sin. Sin means papa. Now translation. Anger originates from the greed, desire is born out of greed, temptation and destructions are caused by greed. Greed is the cause of sin. Slok number 7. Takshakasya visham dante makshikayascha mastake vrishchikasya visham puchhe sarvange durjanasya tat. Now word meaning of this slok. Takshakasya. Takshaka means snake and Takshakasya means of the snake. Makshikayaha. Makshika means house fly. Makshikayaha means of fly. Vrishchikasya means of the scorpion. Puchhe. Pucham means tail. Puchhe means in the tail. Durjanasya means of the wicked. Sarvange means in the whole body. Now see the translation. The snake has poison in its teeth, the fly has poison in its head, the scorpion has poison in its tail. A wicked person's whole body is full of poison. Now last slok, slok number 8. उत्सवे व्यसने चैव दुर्भिक्षे शत्रुविप्लवे राजद्वारे श्मशाने च यस् स तिष्ठति स बान्धवः. Now see the word meaning of this sloka. Utsave means during the festival. Vyasane, Vyasanam means calamity or difficulty. Vyasane means in the difficulty. Durbhikshe, Durbhiksha means famine. Durbhikshe means in the famine. Shatru Viplave, Shatru means enemy. Viplava means fighting or war. Meaning is in the war with the enemies. Rajadware, Rajadware means in the royal assembly. Shmashane, Shmashane means in the crematorium. Bandhavaha means relative, to whom we called relatives. Now see the translation of this sloka. One who stands in the festival as well as in the calamity, famine, war with the enemies, and in the royal assembly as well as in the crematorium is our real relative. Now see the exercise. In exercise, you have to write down the question answer. Question number 2, Sanskrit bhashayam uttarah, it means write the answer in Sanskrit. Then after one question number 4, and that is Matur bhashayam uttarah, it means write the answer in your mother tongue, it means write answer in English. Then after specially homework is learn by heart the slokas. Slok number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You must learn by heart Sanskrit to Sanskrit. Once again, slok number 1, slok number 2, slok number 3, slok number 4 and slok number 5. Learn by heart in the Sanskrit. Okay? Thank you very much.